Hello, everyone, and once again, welcome to this channel, and thank you for joining me. And in this video, I'm going to continue. This is another edition of just liberal people going crazy. And as you know, it's not just in America or in the UK or in Australia that we have people who are, as far as I'm concerned, uh, and really they like any sort of intelligence, really, because they just say anything that comes to their mind, whether or not these things that they're saying are actually sound and intelligent. They don't actually care. And so in this edition, we're going to discuss a little bit about. I'm going to show you what has been reported in the news. Actually, it was a few months ago, but it's with regard to this French politician from the Green Party. So that's like far, far left. Uh, f- in inverted comma feminist, and I don't actually believe that she is because a number of stupidity, or maybe she is, given that she says things that don't make any sense. But her name is Sandrine Rousseau, and that's how you pronounce her name. And she's basically has this take on barbecue and virility that will just surprise you. Okay, so if you're an American, don't feel too discouraged by what you see in your country. If you think that the craziness is only not located, but you can only notice that in your country, I'm here to tell you that it's actually everywhere. That you guys have successfully exported your work ideas around around the world. And so today I'm going to show you this and I'm going to react to that. So, so Paris, okay, so this is from CBS. Are barbecues a symbol of virility or a prominent French Green MP has sparked a national debate by suggesting that red meat is macho and grilled ribs are a gender issue. I told you this woman is wacky. She's dumb. I'm sorry. She's one of the dumbest person I've ever seen in my life. So Sandrine Rousseau, a leading figure in the EEVL party, a self-declared eco-feminist, because you have to throw in this intersectionality nonsense, because otherwise it's a problem. And she teaches at a university, very much left-wing. But let's continue. In seeking to draw attention to the impact of meat eating on climate change, she told an event at the weekend that the country needed to change mentality so that eating steak cooked on a barbecue is not a symbol of virility. Okay. So, citing figures from researchers, the 50-year-old former academic said that men ate twice as much red meat as women in the country of steak fried and steak frites and beef bourguignon. As French people return to work after a long August break, radio and TV stations, as well as social media, are sizzling with hot-headed views on Rousseau's barbecue bashing. That's enough of accusing our boys of everything. Stop deconstructing our men. Stop Rousseau's fantasies, right-wing MP Nadine Morano wrote on Twitter. Far-right lawmaker, they have to put it there, basically far-right is anybody who doesn't agree with a liberal agenda. But let's continue. Stop deconstructing, far-right lawmaker Julien Odoul asserted that since the dawn of time, the masculine mass of men means they eat more meat, protein than women. It's not virilism, it's nature. He vowed to continue his Cro-Magnon diet based on French meat. Well, I would do the same. Yeah, referring to carnivorous cave-dwelling early humans found in the southwest of France. The EEVL is seeking to capitalize on the summer of weather-related catastrophe, ranging from severe drought to huge wildfire in France, to draw attention to climate change. In recent weeks, the party has floated the idea of a ban building new private swimming pools, as well as restriction on private jets. Rousseau defended herself in an interview on LCA television on Monday, saying she was taking part in the discussion about how to convince people to change their eating habits. In fact, reducing your quantity of meat is the most effective action against climate change from a personal perspective, even more so than the car. Well, now this is now it is true. It is true that farming does emit a lot of greenhouse gases. Okay, so that is true. But to suggest that it is worse, for example, than the rest of the industry, that is just crazy. Okay. And also the other thing that these people are not necessarily considering is that ultimately, in our bodies are designed to eat for a plant-based diet, but we also have canines and the structure of our teeth and mouth suggests clearly that we are designed to also be carnivorous. Okay, and in fact, if I'm not mistaken, evolutionary biologists attribute the fact that when you look at our brain and what they describe as to be our ancestors, the brain got bigger when they started eating meat. Okay, so one can logically say that perhaps if we want to be able to attain even more, even higher level of intelligence, we need to keep eating meat, right? But apparently, we're not allowed to say that. So let's continue. So men are more resistant than women to change their diet, she alleged, while admitting that she ate small amount of red meat and was not fully vegetarian. I'm fed up. What are we prepared to do? We've just lived through a summer when we've seen the real impact of climate change for the first time, and what are we prepared to do? She said. So yeah, there we go. So everything that you need to know. She believes in the intersectionality. She believes that climate change is this threat that we've been told for years and years and years. But I mean, uh, speaking as a person who has worked years and years developing climate-based products, we can see clearly that there are things that are changing based on the number, but none of these people actually talk about all the development, all the challenges, all the new inventions um, that are coming into the market to actually fight this issue. But what I do have a problem with is just the alarmist nature, really. If you don't want to eat meat, then don't eat meat. I don't have a problem with it. But just leave the rest of us alone. We are not interested in anything you have to say. We want to focus on our own thing. So this is what I would like. I have to say. Plus, we know, for example, that if you're talking about just climate change, some people suggest that we all move towards electric vehicle. Even electric vehicles have problems in terms of, for example, what the storage of the batteries that are not going to be used eventually, and also for many of you, in terms of the starting point of the supply chain of the elements that goes whether in my cell phone here, or in TV, all those parts. You need, and especially in electric cars, you need these elements, rare earth elements like cobalt and lithium. And for example, in the case of lithium, in order to extract it, you need huge amount of water. So in the part of the world where they're extracting this rare mineral, they have to dry huge portions of water in order to do that, you know. So really, those people who think that somehow electric cars are going to be this big change in terms of fighting climate change, the reality in terms of numbers is just completely different. And we don't want to do, or we don't want the situation that is now happening in the Netherlands, where basically they will destroy the farming sector in the next few years because of the number of people who are not going to be able to feed themselves as they're trying to move away from uh, chemicals that are potentially causing problems. Sorry, my dog is walking around. But yeah, so this is the case, people. We are truly living in interesting time with people who are clearly crazy. So let me know what you guys think, and please don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you soon. Peace.